Hey, hello everyone. Trying to get myself organized. Yeah, I want to, before we get started, I want to run out to Twitch and see if there's something I can adjust. I want to see if I can set a better description. I mean, I'm pretty sure you can. So I don't know what you guys are seeing. Hey. Yeah. That's disturbing. Hold on 1 second. There we go. Oh, you know what? I think I need to go into like the creator dashboard. Go into stream manager. I think I can set it in here. Edit stream info, yes. And that's just like a small area though. I don't have room to put all that in there. Okay, well, I won't worry about that. Maybe it's under the about. Let's see, where do I put the settings? Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I'm still pretty new to Twitch, so like half the time people raid, I don't even know what's happening. Like I hear a weird sound, but I don't know, I think my chat bot like fails me or something. It doesn't tell me, oh, you got raided. All right, I'm about to just give up and move on. Where's my profile? That's what I'm looking for. Come on, let's go. Okay, there's an about section here. Edit panels. Whoa. Let's see. Is this about? Yes. Okay. Blah, blah, blah. Here we go. Let's see if. Okay. It took it. I don't care what it is. Submit. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. Can I go back to my channel? Yes. Ooh. It's kind of a mess, but you know what? I might leave it for now. It like bleeds into the rules. You know what I need to do? Yeah, I need to create some more panels, create different buttons for all these different links, and then just have the about set to the about. Yeah, because it looks pretty crappy right now. I wish I had saved what it looked like before. You know what I'm going to do? I know how to make this look better. I mean, it's not going to look great, but we're going to edit again. This time I'm just going to steal this. And I'm going to delete all this. I realize you guys don't see, but it's basically the about section in Twitch. There we go. We'll push this all the way to the bottom. And let's see what that looks like. Okay, cool. It's not great, but it's better than it was. All right, let me cancel out that. Let's see if there's any other stuff to take care of. No, I don't think so. I think we're good. Okay, close out that and let's get started. Okay, that looks pretty good there. Shrink that down a little bit. Okay, with that said, let me pull this down so I'm not staring up into space. You guys are getting annoyed at this guy staring up into space. Ooh, killing my neck. Okay, so first up, replace the mountain textures with more toon-friendly textures. This is interesting because, like, what does it mean to have toon-friendly textures? So, if you guys can see this, maybe this, yes, no, yes, yes. Okay, cool. Okay, well, let's just ask it. Let's just Google it. Let's check out YouTube because I feel like we might have better success there. And if that doesn't immediately pop off, then we will do a Google search. Okay, let's see. Unity. Turn texture. Yeah, just leave it at that. To tune. High fidelity realistic client deliverables now. Toon shader. This is a rock. What's cheating? Your assets a lot. See, I have toon shaders. I'm not too worried about that. It's the original texture. That's what I want to know. Like PBR to anime. This is what I want. Here we go.
Photorealistic shader into a stylized one within minutes. With the amount
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
This is the real me.
Just hopefully it's not trying to sell me something.
The background is real.
The AI character is not.
But we can flip it.
What if there was an easy way to turn any photorealistic shader into a stylized one within minutes? With the amount of free photorealistic materials online, it's really easy to just download, drag and drop in materials to make a finished model. But not so easy if you want your models to be stylized, and especially not in the anime style, which is why I'm going to teach you exactly how you can turn nearly any photorealistic shader into a finished anime stylized material. And I'll also
Okay,
add
let's
a
do it.
little bonus tip in there for you that will make all of your anime materials look even better. So keep an eye out for that. But first, welcome to the Comfy Mug channel. My name is Christian and I spend countless hours learning how to make anime stuff in Blender so that you don't have to. So if you want to gain years of experience and knowledge in only a fraction of the time, make sure to like the video and subscribe and notifications so you don't miss out. And check out my Patreon. The first tier is only $2 a month and you get custom built assets made by me at the start of each month. I really appreciate your support there as it makes it possible for me to continue making these tutorials on YouTube. But with that all out of the way, let's get into the video. Now for the sake of this tutorial, I linked the base project file in the description for you guys to follow along if you want. Oh, and also if you don't have this enabled already, Node Wrangler is an incredible tool to navigate the shader editor a lot quicker. As for the types of materials I'll be working with, I have one smooth and one rough material. And as the method for changing a rough photorealistic material into a stylized anime one builds off of the steps it takes to do the same for a smooth material.
Unfortunately, I don't like that. I mean, mine kind of looks that way with the toon shader. Like, I don't like this. I'm looking for more. Let's see. Toon rock. No, not rock. Just toon rock. Yeah, see? That's kind of what I'm looking for. Something like this. That looks good. It's got like clean lines and stuff, where this, like, what is this? What is this?
One builds off of the steps it takes to do the same for a smooth material. I'll be starting this tutorial with the smooth PBR wood material here and hide the rock for now. As a rule of thumb, nearly every photorealistic shader will have 3 outputs: the color, roughness, and normal or bump displacement outputs. Using all of these outputs together is what makes a 3D texture look realistic. But when making a stylized texture, especially in the anime style, most of the time, the only output we will want to use is the color. So if you're following along with me in this project, you can delete all the other outputs, as well as the principal BSDF, leaving just the base color and the texture group node. If you're working in a different project and your shader uses image texture nodes, the only one you will need to keep is the image texture and other nodes, if there are any, that are connected to the color of the principal BSDF. Once we've cleaned up the shader a little, we'll want to add a diffuse BSDF, shader to RGB, brightness and contrast node, and 2 mixed color nodes. Connect the nodes as you see on screen, making sure to connect the color output of the original photorealistic shader into the diffuse color input. We'll then want to increase the brightness to 0.3 and the contrast to 0.6, and crank the color stops as you see on screen. Each of these steps will vary a little depending on the specific material you use, but the main goal in doing this is to reduce the amount of detail in a given texture to simplify the look and give it a stylized effect. We'll then connect the color ramp to our first mixed colors factor and change the A color to a darker tan and the B color to a lighter tan. But after we found the colors we want, we'll connect the result to the A input of our next mixed color and change it to color dodge. This will allow us to put a third, more saturated color into the B input that will influence the overall color and make our material pop more. I like to use a bright orange for wood and turn down the factor to 0.3, but this all depends on what kind of look you want your shader to have. No wrong answers here. Now, we could stop there, but I always like to give my shaders the ability to react to different colored lights in a given scene. So all we have to do for this is select our diffuse and shader to RGB, press Shift D to duplicate them, and bring our new nodes to the very front of our shader, connecting the result of our color dodge to the color input of our new diffuse. And to add the cherry on top for this shader, I'll use the inverted hole method to give the object an outline with a slightly darker and more saturated color. I go over this method and other methods of how to add outlines to your materials in my anime outlines tutorial, so make sure to check that out after this video if you want to heighten the stylized look for your anime renders. And just like that, we've turned a smooth surfaced photorealistic material into a fully stylized anime shader. But there are a few more steps required in order to do the same for a more rough looking material. So
Pretty cool. I wasn't planning on using Blender, but that's cool.
Surface material, make our rock visible again, and paste the nodes into the shader of our rock. Now, if we plug the color output into our stylized node setup as is, it won't look as good as we'd like it because there's too much cloudy detail in the original image. So what we'll want to do instead is get rid of our regular mix color and change our color ramp to constant, making the white stop a little bit grayer, and connect the color to the A input of our color dodge. Oh, and also change the orange color to a sky blue color, or something like that. At this point, we'll need to adjust the color ramp a bit so that we can actually start to get the light and shadow interaction on our object. And because this is more of a rough and detailed rock material, we'll want to make a few more color stops, each one gradually getting darker and darker as they get closer to the black stop. I ended up with 8 color stops in total, and it was a little difficult to see them all in such a small space, so if you need to, just stretch out the edge of the node so you can see the color stops a little better. The idea for this is to have 4 main value shifts and a subtle value shift in between each big shift to make it look like a more gradual change to counteract the harsh transitions between color stops. But if that was confusing to you, which it was pretty confusing for me to say, all you need to do is make it look something like what you see on screen here. There is no right or wrong way to do this. Once you've gotten a look you like, you can add another outline to your object, and you'd think that we'd be done here. But as a bonus tip for you guys, I'm actually going to teach you how to do something so simple and subtle you barely even visually notice it, but it makes any and all of your 3D shaders instantly look like they belong in a 2D anime world together. And to show you what I mean, we have to take a look at a scene in an anime called Chainsaw Man. Now, when I first saw the scene, nothing really stood out to me. The colors of the scene are all pretty.
Yeah, that seems
nothing out of the ordinary, right? Until I went back and watched this very short clip and realized that the chairs are 3D. They wouldn't have that parallax effect if they weren't. And you can even see that same parallax effect very subtly on the train's window.
That's cool.
And then I realized that I had my settings at
Sorry, I got distracted.
There was still a lot of noise and grain on every surface in the scene. Only the characters seemed to have less grain the higher the quality of the video. And then the more I watched this and other anime, the more I became convinced that the secret to making anime style shaders in 3D is to add this subtle noise. So a super easy way to do this for any given shader is to add a mixed color just before the diffuse, set it to overlay, add a color ramp connected to a white noise texture, press Ctrl T on that white noise to add a mapping and texture coordinate node with the vector set to object, connect the color to the B input, and voila, it's perfect. Apply this to every shader in your scene, and no matter how close or far away from an object you get, the noise will stay the same size, instantly making all of your objects look like they belong together in a scene. But go check out my anime outlines tutorial to make your anime renders even more cohesive and stylized. Remember to like and subscribe, and tell me about the photo.
I think that's a bit much for what I'm wanting to do. I was simply wanting to change the texture, like physically change the texture. Maybe I'll do that, but let me kind of want to come back to this, so let me save this. That actually looks pretty cool. All right, so I'm going to ignore all that and let's just go investigate. Let's investigate the textures. Like, what do I have today? Ooh, before we get too far along, let me set up Let me set up a new branch. Okay, boom, boom, boom. Let's find the main. Create a child branch. Call this. Sure. It's going to say tune texture test. Branch to test tune textures specifically for the mountains. Okay, cool. So if I screw anything up, I can safely get back to where I was. I'm going to shrink this down so you guys can actually see what it is I'm working on. I think this is more important. Okay, cool. Do it over here on the vertical side as well. Lock everything. There we go. Now I can move this. That may be a bit much, but right there. Hey, Tofu, how are you doing? I don't know about winning. Yeah, I'm doing good. I'm trying to change out some of my textures. I've got some realistic textures. We'll take a look at it real quick. I want to make them look more toony. Tofu, are you on Twitch or are you on YouTube? All right, here's a good example right here. Twitch tube. All right. Get the best of both worlds. So this doesn't look bad. I mean, it is like a toon shader, but it also doesn't look good. Let's see if we can figure out a way to make it better. Okay, we've got this material. I assume they're all using the same material. That's odd. Shouldn't they be using a different material? I thought they would be. Maybe I just didn't name them appropriately. No, here they are. They should be right here. See, this should say TCP. Why does it not say TCP? Unless I only changed it in the scene, which is possible. Yeah, there it is. TCP2 peak. Okay. So this is the shader, or the material. And then this is the actual texture. Peak 5A. Then it looks like I'm only using the normal. Just for grins. Let's see what happens if I take the normal away. Oh, wow. I think that actually helped a lot. Is that decent though? Does that look okay? What was it? 5M? With it? Without it? Dude, this might be a simple video. That actually looks so much better, in my opinion. Because I want to go for a toony feel. I want it to look toony. I mean, there's some sharp edges there that aren't the greatest. How does it look like from a distance, though? Okay, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to change these because I can always undo my changes. Let's just see what happens when we hit none for all. Oh, I just realized my music's off. 1 second. There we go. I wish my music was off. Wait, where was I? Right there. I'm hoping this will work out. I mean, if nothing else, it'll be a quick test. Somewhat quick. It's also a bit monotonous. I don't think it'll let me change them all at once, though. Maybe it will. Let's see. I'll be very happy if I prove myself wrong. Ooh. Okay. So let's see. I think that's gonna be better. I guess if you get close, it's very blocky. But like from down here, that's actually quite nice. Okay. All right, let's test the level. I wish I had put a skybox, but I kind of want to do one with the skybox and one without the skybox. Move that over. Okay, this one's got mountains, and this one's got mountains. I might try. Neither one of them has skybox, although that image has a skybox. Oh well. I must have taken the skybox out. Now let's see what this looks like. And that texture, I like it okay. It's got the snow on it, so I don't think I could change that, but the normal just didn't look right.
3, 2, 1, go!
Does that look cartoony enough? I think it looks cartoony enough, I think. I wish it wasn't so jagged, but it does look cartoony. I think that looks better. I'm gonna stick with it for now. And then let's see, what about a skybox? Yeah, take a quick tour to realize how to do a skybox. I always forget. Okay, this is level 4, and then got bait light maps. Yeah. I think all I really need though is if I go under lighting, you set it here. I don't even think I need to bake it. What is this? Oh, that's that. Okay. And you get that. You got your directional lighting. See, this is my light map data. I don't think I need to do that though. Let's see, where do I have other light stuff or other skyboxes? It must be in my store assets. Okay, I just copied it up there, huh? What do we think? Day? I think day works. Yeah. I want to copy. Where's just a regular copy? Oh, maybe I have to duplicate it. Okay. Anime day. Go back to level 2 and set this skybox up. Yay. Directional light. Okay, it's got that set up. Let's change it to anime day equirect. Equirect? I don't know. Whoa. That really changed. It really changed the scene. I don't know if it's for the better. The clouds look like they're in my mountains. Maybe a little bit too bright. I think I'm gonna leave it though, just for now. Just for now, just leave it for now. Let's see. May have to change this directional light. It's currently set to white. I feel like I need to change it to like this lighter blue in here. Maybe something like that. Is that changing the light at all? Whoa. Looks like you're in water. Okay, let's change it like this. Maybe not so bright. I know that your light is supposed to match like the horizon. So I feel like it needs to be down a little bit like that. It's a little too bright though. Ooh, I should probably add some lens flare. I don't know, I'm getting carried away. Let's turn this up. It looks like I'm gonna snowboard to heaven is what it looks like. Oh. Light mode is currently overridden to the real-time mode. Enable blah blah blah. Okay. That, I mean, honestly, that may be a little overpowering. Why does my skybox feel like... I don't know, it just feels like it's too many clouds. I feel like the lighting itself. I mean, I like it being bright, but something like that. And I wonder what would happen if we change the intensity. I definitely don't want to bring the intensity up. Just lower it. Something like 0.9. Whoa. 0.9. I feel like everything is just blue. Everything's just gonna blur together. This is where background and color theory would really help. Could be an alien planet. Here we go. Yeah. Let's try something like that. That's a little bit less overkill. Keep my lighting up just a little bit. Okay, I think I'm going to run with that. Let's save this. And let's see how cartoony it looks. What is up with this tree? There's just a tree in the mountain. Yeah, I'm not gonna mess with that now because if I end up reverting all this, it's just gonna come back. All right, let's try it. Let's see what it looks like. Ooh. Might have to change the skybox. That skybox may not fit this level. That's kind of what I'm thinking. But yeah, I think it just like blue overkill.
2, 1, go!
Yeah, there's not enough contrast. That I think is the main thing. Mountains look decent. All right, let's try a different one. I just feel like there's too many grays, too many blues. It's just not enough contrast. So I'm gonna kill Anime Day. We'll put in Sunset, Anime Sunset. Yeah, my original thought was to take these textures and kind of like, I don't know, maybe delete out the white for the snow, but I think that actually fits. It's more those normals were throwing it off. Okay, let's put this back. Missing. Oh, bummer. Well, it does provide the contrast, that's for sure. Although I don't care for the look of it. I may have to go and create my own skybox. Let's see. Directional light, we're gonna change this back to 1. We're gonna try and match that horizon color. Somewhere around this. Maybe a little more white. Yeah, I can already tell you, I don't like it. Not one bit. Let's see what happens if I enable this. You. That's weird. I don't know what's causing that. Something to do with the clipping plane. Oh well, let's get rid of it. I'm going to just get rid of the skybox for now. I'll have to find a better skybox. It didn't work out. Yes, I know. I know it's missing. Figured it'd give me a default one, but maybe not. Nope, it just goes black. Where's my camera? Let's change the clipping plane. Maybe 1200. I think that'll fix the skybox issue. Yeah, I'm not truly happy with that either. Oh well. Save that. Let's take a look at level 3 and see what it looks like. And then I'll move on because I think I'll have to go and find some real skyboxes. I want to see how these mountains look. Yeah, you can kind of see the horizon through there. I feel like the mountains do look better though. I'll have to get rid of that lonely tree up there. Let's go see if this waterfall matches better. Woo! Shortcut. Yeah, I feel like the water matches these mountains better. It looks more cartoony. I think it's all coming together. All right. Good with that. Let's see what is next on the list. Add more sounds for every play action. An example is a jump sound. All right. Let's see, what can I find? Epidemic sounds, maybe? Probably won't use this. I don't think I have the rights to use this, but they do have sound effects. You guys don't see. Where's my browser? Ah, interesting. It's got a different browser, so it's not sharing with you guys. Oh, that's okay. It'll just take a second. Let's see if we can find a jump sound. Maybe you guys can hear it at least. Nope. Yeah. Let me mute my music real quick. See if you guys can hear this. Yep, okay. So that is not going to work. I don't even hear anything. Oh, it's pretty quiet. Let me turn it up for you guys. I'll have to remember to turn it down later because I don't want to blow your ears out. No. But it's not a jump. I wonder if I need to put like human jump. Like, what's it called when a human makes a noise? Human jump grunt, I guess. Like a like how? How's that even? Nope. That is a grunt, but it's not a jump. That says anime boxer defense grunt. I mean, it's getting close. Let me see if I can do like anime jump. Dude, I said anime. Animal. Of course, now it's just not going to give me any anime stuff. I mean, that could work. Like that first one could definitely work. Of course, they're all female. There are female characters in the game, but not all female characters. Eh? Not liking any of these, really. Let's try. I've never used this one before, but freesound.org. Maybe that's something. See what I can find there. I'm just put anime jump. Like, I don't know anything that jumps like that. Sorry. Okay, you guys aren't getting blasted. Good, good, good. Anime jumps. That this is hurting me. This is hurting my feelings. Oh, you know what I can do? This I can actually go to. Do I have to minimize this? Why can you guys not see my browser? What's the problem here? freesound.org. Properties. Okay, cool. I don't know why this is acting like that, but here we go. You guys can see now. Anime jump. Do I need to put like human? Anime human jump? Maybe? Dog jumps. Okay. Holy crap. Sorry, guys. Just human jump. Jumping human. All right. That's better. I like that. Okay. I'm gonna keep that one in mind. Actually, I'm just gonna download it. Can I download it? Users that download VOC downloaded on January 15th. Like, okay. I don't care. Maybe I have to become a member. Alright, I'm just gonna record this for now. And you know what? For the sake of this, like, I just realized this is crazy. Let me just record my voice. Putting in some notes. Sorry, guys. freesound.org. Need to come back to that. I don't really want to use my voice. Okay, I think I've got Audacity in here somewhere. Where's Audacity? Here it is. Close that, and I guess I'll have to share Audacity. Yeah. Skip for now. Window capture. Audacity. Okay, cool. Let me add that over here as well. Add source. Oop. Okay. Now, will it record my voice? Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Okay, yes it will. Stop. I'm just thinking, how do I want to do this? Like, for jumping, I'll do like. No, I don't. Not that last one. All right, let's just go. Okay, and then I think we can just trim this up. If I can remember how to use this tool. Yes, yeah, nice. Where's levels? Levels. I have no idea like what volume it's set to. Oh, it looks like -10 maybe? I don't know. Hopefully that'll work. They're probably just going to be placeholders anyways, so. Okay, can I just save a section? See, this is where I'm going to struggle because I don't know how to just save, like, hey, just save this clip. Split clip, what does that do? Control I. Yeah. Control I. Oh, it's working. Yeah. I just want to save it. File, save, export audio. Let's try maybe, yeah, maybe I could do them one at a time. Do like an export. Oh. see, how is this gonna save it? Sign 16-bit, da-da-da. 3D sounds are supposed to be mono, so I'm gonna keep it mono. I'm gonna call this one jump 01, and I'm gonna save it in my documents, Audacity. Just keep that open for now, so I can get back to it. Export range, entire project, multiple files. Yeah, that's what I want. Current selection. Yeah, that's fine. Current selection's fine because then I can do each one. Export. Let's do it again. This time we're going to do current selection, mono, and jump 02. All right, I'll get my wife to do the female voice later. Audio, current selection. Jump 03. And change it to mono. And last one. All right, cool. And before I run away, let me make sure that it actually saved that to where I want it to go. There we go. Jump 1 through 4. Just gonna copy that and put it right into my project. It's gonna be Slopeside Kings. You guys don't see my file structure. Okay, so that's jump. Take a look at that here in a little bit. Like, how do we integrate that? But then let me look at my notes because there was other sounds that I wanted to do. Spin and flip. Okay, I think we're just gonna do the same thing. Spin. What would a spin sound be? Let's see. See if free sound will help us this time around. Nope. Try and share my screen again. My browser. There we go. Okay, cool. Minimize that for now. Let's go to sound effects and a spin. What does a spin sound like? Revolver. Come on. It's a bit much. Yeah, no, it's not what I want. Nope. Wow. Big floor plate, micro spins. Those are too weird. I want just like a or a whoosh, maybe whoosh. Ooh. I actually like that one a lot. That'll work. MP3. Sure. What's my wave? I'll do wave. Maybe a bit fast though. I will run with it. This one's okay, but it just doesn't sound natural. It's like some weird unnatural sound. Nope. Okay, I think I'm gonna run with what I got. Close that out. Go back to Audacity. And let's just do new. Nope. And what did I download? Downloaded ice skating. Wonder if I could slow it down. Tempo. I don't even hear anything. Is that what it was originally? 120? I'm gonna mute this for just a second. I want to make sure that I don't blow your ears out. It's weird. I see it on the green bar, but I don't hear it in my ears. Let's see. I think this. Okay, let me turn that down. That's crazy. Let's see if this works. I'll unmute my music. There we go. Okay. Well, at least I know it's working. Pull this back a little bit. This being my music. I change the playback speed. Oh, come on. Yeah, that's not working. Nope. Let's just open it up again. Pull that back in here. And I want to see what it'll sound like if it's slower. I guess I'll just export it. Mono. Yeah. What do I want to call this? Ice skating spin. Do you guys hear that? Let's see. No. I hear it. You guys don't hear it. I don't know why. You know what? In the interest of time, I'm just going to run with it. Okay. Get my music back. Good enough. Yeah, I think I want to rename this one. I'm just going to rename it to Spin. Spin, not Pippin. Let's make sure all of our sounds are over here. Just thinking, where do I want to add these? Why does it always hide my stuff? All right, so I think it's gonna be, at least the jumping, it's gonna be in input handler. Right here. Ooh, that's another one. Whenever you charge jump, I want that to make a noise. Like a charging, but let's do jump first. Go to takeoff. That's where I want to handle this. Flash jump time equals time. Set player state to take off. I think this is where I want to do it. Play sound here. I think most of my sounds. Actually, let's just create a new one while we're here. We're gonna do sound group attribute. This will be jump sound. And if I follow the bat swing, it should tell us, here we go, this is exactly what we want. Play it and forget it. Jump sound. Okay, let's go test that out. Where'd my mouse go? There we go. Okay, so wish I could put one and done here, but I feel like I have to always put it per level. I don't know, probably a limitation on my knowledge of master audio. Let's do level 1. Save. No, I didn't change this. Don't save. So just like you see here, I want to add another sound. Let me make sure I do this correctly though, because where's the snowball? See, they've got several different ones underneath it. What's the best way to do this? It goes to that. Okay, 1, 2, 3. And what is this? Ah, I think I just renamed it. Okay, I can just model that. It's not the best, but it'll work. Group mixer. I just want to add in a jump. See what it did. Drag audio clips or a folder containing some here to create variations. Okay, that's what I want. Yep. That's exactly what I want. And now that I got that set up, how do I put that sound into my player controller? Here. Jump. Okay. Can I rename that? That's kind of stupid. How do I rename that? Jump, jump, jump. Okay, there we go. Let's rename this to just jump. Go back to my player prefab, make sure. Oh. Okay, cool. I believe we're good. Let's test it out. Bring that down a little bit. Making sure my game audio worked. And let's see if we can hear some jumps. And hopefully only when they jump. Hopefully.
3, 2, 1, go!
Alright, I'm gonna turn my... Actually, I'm just gonna mute the music for a second. I mean, it works. I think I need to make the sound a little bit shorter. Sometimes it sounds okay, and sometimes it sounds delayed. Let's see. Yeah, see, I'm like way up in the air before he even says anything. All right. Well, let's see if I can fix that. Just thinking, what's the best way to fix that? I wonder, is it because the sounds are too long? I don't think so. They seem to be pretty short. Where's Audacity? Let me pull Audacity up. File, open recent files. You got any of my jumps? Nope. Where is this? Oh, interesting. Okay. Here we go. Let's paste these in here and then see if we can open these now. Just try one. I mean, I guess it is longish. Fair enough. Oops. No. No. What are you doing? Apparently, it's very sensitive where you click. Yeah. Go. I'm okay with it having a long tail. I just need it to happen quickly. Export audio. Mono. Export. Yes. You guys didn't see this? Yes? Okay, cool. I think I'm gonna have to shorten this just to make it realistic. I mean, to be fair, I don't know how realistic it is, but we're gonna run with it. And last one. Open. That's what I'm looking for. Guess I can turn my music back. Something like right there, I think. Okay. Well, that's no good. Where'd my files go? Sounds. Get out of here. Oh, where'd you go? Where'd you go? Hold on, I gotta go hunt down my files now. Audacity saves them somewhere weird. File. File, export audio. Here, this is where I need to go. Trying to make sure I'm saving them to the right place. Yes, place them all. Okay, yeah, they're all much shorter now, so that's better. And let's just test it again. It's a long way to test. Just mute my music for a second.
Three, two, one, go!
Okay, that's better. I like that better. Now the jump sound itself is terrible, but it at least functions correctly. I like that. I have to reduce the volume of it too. Yeah, the timing is a lot better though. I'm happy with that. Going to have to hire a voice actor just to do the Okay, so the next thing is spins. Spins or flips. Honestly, I don't even know if I have code that recognizes, hey, you're flipping, you're spinning. Well, the point system definitely understood it. Spin and backflip. Let's go investigate. That was a weird sound. Let's go investigate how that's working. And do I have a spin in here? Pretty sure I did. Yep. It's just too weird though. It's way too fast for like a spin. I need it to be extended. Like how would a flip sound? Flips make noise. I'm thinking of like the Olympics and when they flip, it's like, well, they're really not making sound, but it's not immersive, so. Let's see here. Let's go to YouTube. want to see what kind of sound a flip might make. Go. Game flip sound. Yeah, effect maybe? Would it just be like a sword?
A game dev secret about sound effects. Let's say we wanted to add a cool
Sorry. See what this sounds like. Well, the spins don't really make any noise. You guys can't hear it anyways. See, no sound. I feel like there needs to be a spin. There's not one right there. The sword sounds kind of cool, I guess. All right, let's try esound.org again. Maybe like slow sword slash. Something like that. Slow cut. Nope, that's not even slow. Try that. I don't know what's happening. Honestly, I kind of like the sword sound that he was making.
a game dev secret about sound effects. Let's say we wanted to add a cool
The best video.
a game
Oops.
dev secret about sound effects. Let's say we wanted to add a cool swishy swooshy sound for when Isadora swings her sword. So we go and download this cool sound effect, and then we can just play that sound effect whenever she attacks. But as you might be hearing in the background, playing the same sound effect over and over and over again can get kind of annoying. I mean, let's just really listen to this for a second. It's not that bad, but over the course of an entire game, it probably gets on a lot of players' nerves. And it would be a lot of work.
You know, it's way too fast though.
Just to stop it from feeling a little
I think maybe a spin sound is not the way to go.
Whenever you play the sound, randomly change the pitch just a little bit. For this example, whenever the sound is played, I'll randomly set the pitch to a value between 90% and 110%. It's way less repetitive, despite still only using one sound effect. It feels a lot better to swing your sword around. Even the tiniest bit of pitch shift completely eliminates
Yeah.
like magic.
Okay. So I don't think I'm going to use a spin. The reason being is when you spin and rotate, just like you saw in the skateboard game, there's really no sound that goes along with that. I think it would be cool if I could have some. I just don't know if that's even a thing. Let me try one more search. Let's go to Old Faithful. do a clip for SSX. See what they do. You guys can see. Bum, bum, bum. Rise and fall of SSX. No.
The SSX franchise is an absolute treasure, and one that I've been enjoying my whole life. Each game in the series is a fun and unique.
Okay. I think maybe I could like increase the wind sound maybe when you're spinning. Like I've got this where it makes that noise, but not while you're doing that. That could be cool. Okay. Well, I think that tells me what I need to know. Let's get rid of this. Don't need that. Jumps are looking good. I'll leave those in. And where are we at? Moving some notes around. Okay. Save that now. Let's see. Got a couple of choices here. I could take a look at updating all the textures on the import settings. Essentially, show you what I'm referring to. Take all those out. Boom. Referring to these right here. You guys see those? Yeah, okay. You can see those. There we go. Let me move my face out of the way. Maybe. Move over here. It's kind of weird. So I'm looking that way, but that way. I don't know. It's weird. Anyways, what I was referring to, let's see. So these textures, like if we go and look at these in my folder structure, like this is literally 36 KB, but it's going all the way up to 1 megabyte in memory. Ooh, that is terrible. I'm glad I'm looking at this because they're being imported at 2048. Let's see if I reduce this down to 1024. Does that help at all? Nope, still 1 megabyte. Let's just keep reducing it until we see 256 KB. Did it change the fidelity at all? I can't tell that it did. I mean, there's a part of me that's just like, hey, screw it. Run with it. And if you look at it later and go, oh man, that looks terrible, you'll know why. Where did the other thing go that I was looking at? Oh, this is the folder structure. So this is originally 36 KB. It's now 256 KB. Man, I gotta say, I don't really understand this, but the fact that it was 1 megabyte, that's crazy. I can't even tell that it makes a difference there. Oh, I guess I have to apply it. Yeah, okay, that's fair. 4 KB, 16 KB. Trying to see if I can get it 64 KB, if I can get it close to the size that is actually in my computer, just 36 KB. If I do 128, I mean, it looks visually fine to me. It is small there. But I think the right way to go would be to say 256. So it actually takes up almost double on my local computer, but at least it's not 1 meg like it was before. Okay, fair enough. I'm gonna leave it at that. Do 512 on this one as well. No, 256. Okay. Yeah, it kind of sucks though, because on my computer, like even this one here is taking 64. On my computer is taking 66. Sorry, I'm just trying to see, like, what is the difference here? So details on my computer says it is a 1024 by 1024. So here I'm saying squeeze that into a 256. Yeah, 512 probably better. See, there's another example, 1 megabyte for something that's 1024 by 1024. F12, apply that. Now it's 256. Well, it's a lot better. Hopefully I'm not losing much fidelity. Yeah, it sucks because on my computer, they're like really small. Like this Backpack Shadow, the PNG is freaking 77 KB. It's painful to see. Find references in project. This is no result in this project. Select another search tab. Seriously? Nobody uses that? I find that very hard to believe. Let's go see what the texture atlas for the backpack, see what it's using. I think that should be under materials. Yes. I have a backpack right here. And you, sir, where are you? You flat out lied to me. You said it wasn't using it, and there it is. You're gonna make me delete it and screw everything up, aren't you? Yeah, I think this might be in multiple places. I don't want to keep that. I mean, that's 16 megs. Why is that 16 megabytes? It should not be 16 megabytes. Holy crap. It's still 16 megabytes. That sucks. What happens if it's 512? It's down to 1 megabyte. Now let's see what it does to my backpack. Doesn't look that bad. I honestly can't tell a difference. We're gonna mess with it on the fly. We go up here. I say, hey, change that back to 248. Yeah, I see zero difference. 128. It looked like it turned a little orange. It's now 64 KB. I might be willing to live with that. I mean, it went from 16 megabytes to 64 KB. That's crazy. Nope. I'm not going to argue with it. I'm going to leave it. Yep. Okay, that one's 312. 312. Anything under a couple hundred KB, I'm not going to worry about. Oh, I didn't like that. Only textures with width and height in a multiple of 4 can be compressed. Oh, does that not fit that criteria? Ooh, that sucks. Well, we gotta change that. Okay, so these are good. It's just this one. Okay. 656 by 656. Cool. I'm just kind of guesstimating. Hopefully my game doesn't look like trash after this. Wait a second. Only textures with the height of the bin. How dare you? You didn't give me that error before. It really just makes me mad. Me very, very mad. Well, what the heck? 134, 256, 1256, but it's not giving me that error. Why? Yeah, okay, well, it doesn't like it. Okay, this one's 512 by 512, so that one works just fine. Oh, that's why it's giving me that error. There we go. Okay, 656, 1256. Let's see if we can change that. Show on Explorer. Let's open up Photoshop. And hopefully Photoshop will come up. Let me move this back down. That's weird. On my screen, it shows that it's sharing Photoshop, but it's not. Cool. There we go. Okay, so it has to be what? A multiple of 4? Is that what it said? Come on. Yes, multiple of 4. Okay. Image. Canvas size. I think I can probably even change this. Okay, 656 divided by 4 equals 164. That's a multiple of 4. Divided by 4. That's a multiple of 4. What? Why are you lying to me? Why, Unity? Why have you done this? What? Am I crazy? 656 divided by 4 equals 164. 1256 divided by 4 equals 314. Also a multiple of 4. Eh? What? What? Why are you complaining? Not yet compressed. Apply. Only textures with a width and height being multiple of 4 can be compressed. Well, it doesn't have to be the same multiple, does it? I don't know what it's complaining about. Like, it can't be the same multiple because then it'd just be a square. $267 by 512. Where's it getting that number? Do. See. Properties. 656 pixels by 1256. They're both multiples of 4. I don't understand. Where is it coming up with that value? I don't understand. What's crazy is, you know what? I'm just gonna say screw it. Yeah, I think that's the word I'm gonna use. I just want to see what it looks like. Like, even though it's not compressed or whatever. It's like, okay, well, let's just see. Because to some degree, I don't think it's going to make a difference. All right. let's go take a look at the menus. Nope. I don't know what changes you're referring to, but I mean, unless I threw away these changes, 256, 256, 256. There we go. Do I have any more of these? The cool thing is I don't think any of these blue ones are used. So I can probably just shrink them down to nothingness. All right, let's see what these black panels look like. And I'm gonna move face. So these are the panels in question. I mean, it's a little blurry. Just don't know like if that's gonna matter. Certainly doesn't look like a difference when I look up at that. I don't know, it almost looks better. Like if you didn't know it was blurry, it might be okay. Back. Try this one. You know what? I'm okay with it. And what you gain for changing that is significant. So I don't think these are even being used, so I'm just going to reduce them down to nothing. Yeah, 2 KB. I can handle that. That'll help memory. Circle. I don't think this is being used, but yep, I've been lied to before, so it's only 341 KB. I'm gonna leave it. This I know is not gonna be used, so I will leave it for now. But I'm gonna make a backup, and then probably delete a lot of this junk, like this, the circle, the red warning. I think the one that shows up on screen is actually pink. But they're not very big, so I'm not too worried about it. All these are good. I say they're good. Let's see. 159 KB. Let's go. So there's 17 KB on my computer. Wow. It's like such a huge difference. They're originally 712 by 212. Is that what it says? 772 by 212. Okay. So we get 1024, I think would suffice. Did that change anything? Nope. Well, I'm going to leave it at 1024. I mean, it's not going to do anything. It's still 159 KB, but I won't lose any quality that way. which sucks because on my computer it's only 17 kilobytes. I know I'm beating a dead horse here, but it's just like, dang, man. You know what? Sorry, I gotta run the game. I want to see if we can tell a difference. Okay, let's go hunt down single, this one right here. Do, do, do. Okay. We're going to change that to 32, the smallest it can be. Yeah, I mean, let me pull this over so you guys can see. But it makes a difference for sure. 1 second. Boom. Yeah, see how ugly and nasty that is? Put it right there. Yeah, look at that. It's ugly. Ugly. It's getting better. I mean, I guess that's the way to go, is just bring it up until the fidelity is where you want it. 256 looks quite nice. 512, let's see if 512 makes a difference. .512 looks better. Obviously, at 1024, you're not losing anything. And the savings is the same as 159 KB. Let's see if I change it to 150. But I don't know. 512. That's where I was headed. No, 159 KB at 1024. 512. It's actually larger, 282. And then 256. You're at 70 KB. But 1024, you're at 159 KB. I'm going to leave it at 1024 because that's something you want to be sharp and crisp, is the text. That's at 1024. I'm just going to set all these to 1024. I know this is pretty monotonous. Let me put my music back on. But it's something we got to do. This should reduce the memory footprint of our game. So that's why you gotta do what you gotta do. I'm trying to see, does it change anything on the left? Not seeing anything. Oh wait Wait a second. So I should probably delete these buttons, but there are other menus that still use them. I think what I'm going to do is offline, I'm going to correct those and then I'll delete them. So no reason to go through changing all those up right now. These are actually used. Let's see. 216 by 216, so change that to 256. Yep, no change. We got these. Just about had a heart attack. I thought my mic was muted. It's like, oh, I stupid. But we all good. I'm just gonna minimize this. I don't think it's just gonna be used, so I'm gonna go ahead and minimize it down to nothing. There you go. Did I do that for this one? I did not. Let me do that. Circle, what circle? That didn't make a difference, but just go ahead and reduce it down to nothing. So if I do see that I'm using it, maybe it'll be noticeable. that's the way to do it. Break it, and if you see that it's broken, you'll know it. 11.9 KB. I mean, I guess I don't need to change this. If it's 11.9 KB, I'm not gonna worry about it. Yep, 11.9 KB. These are the logos. Those are already set. We're good there. 409 KB. I'm probably gonna leave these. I don't know about that one. Let's go into the game, see if we can build up the boost meter. I want to make sure that I don't mess up the boost meter because that needs to be sharp as part of the UI. It needs to be crisp. Controller not working. Oh. I'm gonna build up a little bit more boost and then start messing with it. Whee! Okay. Let me get away from the wall. Oh. It's a bug that I'll eventually have to fix, but I don't need to fix it now. So. Okay, this is 1980, 409 KB. Okay with 409 KB. Okay, there we go. That's what I wanted to see. I wanted to see that it was making some kind of difference. I actually can't tell that it's making a big difference there. Only textures with width and height being multiple of 4. I hate that it says that, because then it's like, okay, but it is. $424 by 1980. You can't tell me that's not divisible by 4. That is absolutely divisible by 4. Why are you lying to me, Unity? Okay, we're starting to see some ugliness there. As far as I can tell, that looks fine. Okay, that is a little bit sharper. I mean, it is like, I don't know, pretty indistinguishable. $220 KB versus 55 KB. Yeah, that's clearly way too big. 220. Honestly, I can't tell the difference between that and this. But there is a huge difference in cost-wise. So I'm going to leave it as that. That's only 55 KB, so that'll work. Did this do anything? Sheesh, not that I can tell. This may not be used. Ah, I don't think it is. Okay, I'm gonna leave it at that super small one then. $128. I don't know why I had that set to 200. Should be 128. Input texture. What did I set this to? Okay, just cancel. I think it was 256. It's currently 3.2 megabytes. That's insane. Oh, on the other hand, it did disappear, so that's not good. Or maybe I just broke the game. 248. Yeah, I think I just broke the game. Let's set that to 256. This is what? This is 256. Let's see what happens if I do this. Oh man, I think I did break it officially. I think it said no. You can't do that. Okay, where are we at? 256, 55 KB, much better. Let's see now if I change this. Nope, it didn't like that. I'm trying to figure out, is it changing the fidelity? Ouch. Okay, let's get out of here. Change this to 256. Apply it. I don't know, my gut. Crap. My gut is to slam my face into the ground, apparently. My gut is to go ahead and leave it at a higher value. $256 certainly doesn't bad. I think 512 does make a difference though. I believe so. We're gonna do that. For the shadow, I don't care. The shadow is not a big deal. Leave that at 256. This is gonna be 512. Can we do all these at 512? Whoa. Let's do 128. Change all these to 512. Apply. Ooh, it did. Very cool. Good thing is though, 218 KB, I can deal with that. It's much better than 1 megabyte each. See, this one, 3.2 megabytes. Like, are you kidding me? It's a border, dude. Just calm down. Yeah, I'm okay with the border being 256. Why do I have two borders? Background, outline. I don't know. This one, again, is going to be 256. Just out of interest. Maybe at 512. That's 218K. Gonna make these 512. These are kind of important. Man, I can't believe they're taking up 3.2 megabytes. I'm really glad we're doing this now. $128, and we're going to change this to 512. And let me make sure this, nope, 128. Yeah, save that. Why did I put 200? What was I doing? This one as well. Almost done. This is the fun, monotonous part of game dev. 28, and this one is 16 KB. Bet we can change that one to 128 to 128. Oh, yay. Okay, that's 7 megabytes. Let's see what this takes up. On the disk, it's 11 KB. And how big is it? 1024 by 1024, 10 kilobytes, and on my game is taking up 0.7 megabytes. No. Let's go see how small we can make this thing. 2.7 KB might be a bit much. Might be a little too low. Sorry, I thought I saw something over here. Like, what? Pause. Okay, this is what we're messing with. This right here. Ooh, yeah. It looks a little rough there, but it's not like incredibly bad. Hello? I'm looking at my mic meter. I'm like, is it too loud? It may be too loud. At least when I'm screaming into it, it's too loud. All right, let me increase this. Yeah, see, that's looking a little bit sharper. That's at 10 KB. Oops. What did I just hit? There we go. You know what? I think I'm happy with that, actually. Just gonna leave that at 128. Looks good. Now, this is for these trophy things up here. 512, 512. They're at 256 KB. Did it make a difference? I don't think it did. No, kind of looks the same. Which is fine. That's fine. Just out of curiosity, I may increase or decrease. Let's just see what this looks like if I were to go half of that. Huh. I don't think I noticed a difference. And it went down to 16 KB. That's crazy. Does it look the same? I think it looks the same. Let's see if the green one makes a difference. It's this little shading that I'm worried about, but it seems to stick, so 128 it is. Okay, so I think this one is used in the game this morning right here. 1.2 megabytes, you're killing me. 587, let's see what 256 does. $237 KB. Sorry, I'm just thinking. 256? Yeah, I'm gonna do it. 256. Then our logo here. Just gonna leave that as is because that's not taking up much memory anyways. Right, let's check out these icons. I honestly don't know how Unity is handling this. This is in like a PSD file. So is it right here? Yeah, 120 per pixel, multiple, da da da. Character rig, da da da. This one right here, is it gonna tell me how much it's using? I guess not. Okay, I'm gonna hold off on this one because these are important. I'm like, no, I'm not messing with that. I don't know how it comes up with this. Like, I typically set up everything to 128. That's 120. I don't know. 0.6 megabytes. That's no go. 1024. Let's just go take a look. Oh, only got a little while left. After these few, probably call it a night. Okay, so there's that one. Let's say 128. Oof, wow. Yeah, that looks rough. It still looks blurry. That looks doable. That sets it to 142 kilobytes. Or if I change this to 4K. Nah, looks the same. Okay, 512 it is. Okay, now that I've done all those, let's see what they look like. Yeah, I mean, that's good enough, I guess. Oof, that actually is pretty sharp. Yeah, you definitely lose some of the crispness of it. Christmas? Not the Christmas. Man, but you save so much from it. Well, these are done in a different way as well, so I'm gonna hold off on that. I guess what we could do is kind of get things going, mess with it, and then see how it impacts. How it impacts on the game screen.
Three, two, one, go!
Okay, so those look pretty crisp right there. If I change this and say 256. Yeah, you can see they're blurry now. It does make a difference. $512 looks pretty good though. I honestly can't tell a difference between 512 and 1024. I wish it didn't go away when you changed it. $512 looks very doable though. Okay, I want to pick up some backpacks and see what that looks like. Over here. Hey, hey, hey. There we go. Shh. This one right here. So if we change that to 512, I'm expecting it not to make much of a change. No, I couldn't tell much of a change. Of course, I have no idea how much of an impact it's making. But I'm gonna assume it's doing something good. Wait, where did it go? Texture? Platform settings. Yeah, right there. Platform settings 512. That's good. 512, that's good. This one is huge. Takes up 1 megabyte. I don't even think I'm using this, so I'm just gonna shrink it down to nothing. Now it's 1.7 KB. Haha. Holy crap. Does that say 1.9 megabytes? Why is it so big? I would like to use this, but not at the cost of like some huge memory. Yeah, I'm gonna set it at 512 and hope for the best. Okay, is there anything that I left? I don't know what that is. I changed all these. I think we're good. I think we're good. All right, well, it's about that time. I think I'm going to call it here. I'm going to do some final cleanup before I call it for the day. But I appreciate you guys watching. Have a good one. Remember, I love you. Jesus loves you.